Welcome, fellow Nightmare Corruptors. I haven't made a deck profile in a while, so I figured I'd make a new one and show you guys my version of Darklord Despia. It's a really good deck. I get a lot of fulfillment and enjoyment off of popping my opponent's field with the first Darklord. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so three Jester. Two Tragedy. One App Libitum and one Dramaturge. Pretty much a standard branded package, you know. You really want to be seeing Oliver when you open, go first, or you know, you just want to see him. It's good to get this in your hand, but you really don't want to see this opening hand. And these cards are just awesome. You always want to have these. People, for some reason, people want to super poly these while they're on the field. Don't do that. For the heart of the deck, you know, the heart and soul of the deck, you have the 3 Fawn of Albaz. You know, with the Albion, but he counts as Albaz in the grave. Really good card, yo. Really good card. It's the draw engine. You need this card in this deck. It helps so much. Let's see. Those right there. Then we got, for the Darklord package, we got the first Darklord. You just need one of him. He's a one of. Really good card. I'll get back to him later. Then you want 3 Ishel. Pretty much Pot of Greed for Dark Lords, but in a monster. This card's awesome. I love this card. Then you want 3 Superbia. A lot of people say to run 2. Bad idea. You always, honestly, you want to see it opening hand. Doesn't matter if you see 2, honestly. It's just that good of a card. And then Christia to round things off. And you want Christia so you can summon the Albaz, you know, the Albion, the fusion. You can send this and then, you know, Dark Lords. That's pretty much that. I'm also gonna do a test hand for you guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Might do couple test hands. And then the one of the new card, the Cartesia. The Cartesia, is that how you say your name? How you say your name? Cartesia. Really good card. You can use this card on your opponent's turn. It's a quick play card, yo. You can use this card on your opponent's turn. You hear that? And you don't have to use this card to fusion. Like, you can just use whatever's in your hand or on your field. Really good card. Definitely clutch, because then if I already use my Christia or something happens to my Christia or I end up drawing it, I always have this in there to send 2. And then this is just, it recurs. It recurs itself. Really good card. Onto the spells. 3 Branded Fusion, standard. 1 Branded Lost. Yo, this card, OG. No one ever expects this card. I'll summon my Oliver to bait. And usually they always try to stop the Oliver, and it's just their downfall. You stop the Oliver, it's a wrap, bro. Because then I can just, you know, boop, boop. It doesn't matter. But if I draw this opening hand, it's pretty much game. I win the game. Like, that's brand lost. They lost. Let's see. Then I got 2 brand openings for you. Might put it to 3. Not sure yet, but I definitely see it. When I do see it, it's clutch. But I don't need to see it, because Tragedy helps me get the other, you know, cards that I need, the other Despia cards. But anyway, 2 branded red. Some people run it at 3. 2 is perfect. Don't run it any higher than that. The one of Branded Theater. Love this card. This card is amazing. If I see opening hand, it's great. If I don't, you know, but it just comes in clutch. Really good card, you know. Get to bring back any level 8 fusion if anything other than a fairy, you know, fusion monster goes to grave. Like, such clutch card. Love it. The 2 board breaker, have to have it in this deck. Super polymerization, need. Now on to the Darklord spells. I run the banishment, need, you always need 3. And then the 1 of Darklord contact, clutch. And then a couple 1 ofs, polymerization, just in case you don't see, you know, branded fusion or theater, you know, you just want that extra oomph. Foolish burial to send the tragedy, or just put Albaz in grave every once in a while, you know, when it's clutch, you never know. And then, obviously, call by. Stop them Ash Blossoms. Because Ash Blossom versus this deck is a nightmare. And then for the last little bit, Allure of Darkness. Need some draw power, baby. And if you banish the tragedy, you just get search. It's amazing. And then, you know, if you banish the Albaz, you can get him back because we play the 1 of the branded sword. Really good card. Draw engine. Okay, so for the extra deck, I play 1 Condemned Darklord. This card's clutch when you need her, but you might not need her that often, so you can always side her. But she's a good card to have if you haven't activated branded fusion, and you can still go into the extra deck and use other monsters besides fusions. Good card to have, because then you can send a Darklord to the graveyard, and then you gain life points. Is it? Yeah. Oh, you can use her. Actually, you don't gain life points. You use her to summon your Morning Star by banishing 2 from the grave, and then you can gain life points that way. But anyway, the 1 of Dingirsu, just an out, just in case, you know, you don't have anything. You got 2 level 8s, because this deck is mostly level 8 fusion based around, you know, the out. Then for the Despia fusions, 1 Masquerade and 1 Quertus. Good cards, just need those. The 1 Chimera, need that. It's the pop 2, draw 1, or the draw 2, pop 1. It's a really good card. Of course, the main event, the first Darklord. The very first. I wish this card came out in Starlight Rare in USA. That'd be so crazy if it did. I don't know why it didn't. This card is fucking cracked. Cracked card. This is like the meat of the deck. You summon him, and then you have Christian Grave. You just cancel their whole deck out. They're gonna quit. Or you just summon him, and you pretty much have all protection for all your fairy monsters. They're all protected, and then he's just OG. OG, you need him. I put him at 1. You can put him at 2. I like him at 1 because I can just bring him back with Applivitum whenever I want, and you know, he's clutch, and I can just bring him back with the theater. It's mad clutch. The 1 of, oof, you gotta have this guy, the Predaplant. I can't even say his name. Typhlosion. I don't know what his name is. Whatever. But he takes 3 dark monsters. You can summon him with Albaz. If your opponent has 2 monsters that are dark monsters on their side of the field, and you summon Fallen Albaz, you can just summon him. And he's pretty much Solemn Judgment without cost. Like, this card, if your opponent special summons from the extra deck, you can just Solemn Judgment with him. He's so crazy. He has how much attack? He's 3,000 defense. Really good card. More super poly targets. Oops. More super poly targets. He's also super poly target. Also. Gotta have Draco. Just had it negate. And then the branded setup. You need 2 Albion, 2 Mirajay, 1 Lubellion, and then you could side this for anything else, but I like having this because then I can special summon my Albaz from deck, whatever I want, just by using Mirajay effect, which is really cool because then I can just bring out this guy, and then it's pretty much over for my opponent. They're gonna quit and cry and whatever. All right, so let's do a couple test hands. My fellow Nightmare Corruptors. Really cool cases. I can see my cards. All right, here we go. Oh, this hand, like I said, this deck's really crazy. So instantly, I can Branded Fusion, no interruption. If I'm going first, this is a game hand. Branded lost, and boop, and I can just, I can literally just do it. Going second, even better, because you know what? I'm just gonna show you guys how I play this. Boom, activate. Alert Darkness, I draw 2. 1, ooh, Branded Red. 2, ooh, Superbia. I'm gonna banish all this. I'm gonna banish Albaz. I don't even care. We're gonna banish the Albaz. Banish the Albaz. Alright, put him in grave. Alright. Then I'm gonna activate banishment of the Darklords. We're just trying to bait them at this point. You feel me? But usually they wouldn't fall for it. What's in my hand first though? So let's go get gonna get Ishel with the banishment. Ishel's honestly my favorite card. Once I get her on the field, I can just do so much. Then I'm going to shuffle. And usually what I like to do is I like to act all the branded cards before I start acting Ishel's effect. So I activate Branded Loss and I activate Branded Fusion. Now, when I fusion summon, I'm allowed to search. So what you want to do is chain block your opponent by when you fusion summon and you get the search. So I summon using Christia. And Fawn of Albaz to summon my Albion. And then I activate Albion, chain Branded Lost to go get Alright, then I fusion by banishing this and Fawn of Albaz. Now as you see, I got 2 Albazes banished. Usually people will panic Branded, but me, nah. I can just go grab it back. And I summon Near Jade. Near Jade. Look at that. I still have a lot of cards in my hand. I can still do so many plays. Now, I use him to send Branded Sword. This play is so good. Like, it just stacks my hand. I honestly think about putting Slifer or Sky Dragon in here because I could use it. I can literally summon it with these. Go back in your room, Sid. I play them at the bottom, and you get to draw one. What did I draw? Branded Banishment. Ooh. Or, not Branded. Darklord Banishment. And now I get to banish this to grab and put Albaz back in my hand, just like that. So now I have 1 banished Albaz. I got one in my hand. Look at my hand now. It's stacked.